Okay, welcome to a special bonus stream with a special bonus guest.
Hi!
Yes, it's my spouse. How shall I refer to you?
You can call me Cathy.
Well, that's good, that's your name, so...
Yeah.
Right, today we're just going to be casually playing some Lego Marvel Superheroes 2, the third game in the Lego Marvel Superheroes line of games. They actually just released a collection of the three of them.
Oh.
I think it's digital only because I couldn't see it on like EB Games. But it also includes the DLC, which is nice. Now this game, I've bought a season pass for this, so we have all DLC for this game. Oh, it's blocking
The loading screen.
the loading screen.
Wow. Thanks, PlayStation. Lots of copyrighted content on this loading screen.
Well, it could potentially contain personal information.
I guess. Yay, now we have a different loading screen. This is like the most annoying thing about this game.
Yeah.
Is that loading screens are so slow.
I've had worse. I think Lego Lord of the Rings on PS3 was worse with the loading screens. And also Lego Batman on PSP was much worse, but you didn't play that.
No. I feel like this is competing with Lord of the Rings for how
I
bad the
don't
loading
think so.
screens are.
I really don't think so.
I just think they're better at covering it sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes they're moderately interactive, or
Yeah.
like this one, it's got tooltips. Can we move this? We can actually move this around.
But it's always the same thing. Like in some of the other games,
Right.
they've had different models, but this is always the same model.
Yeah, was it Jurassic World where there were different dioramas on different loading screens depending on what you were doing? Yeah. So this is a kind of maybe slightly more involved hub than in previous games because it's got these branching narrative threads that you pick between, and
we
then
should make haste to Hela.
yeah, traversing the hub has
Settle
been
this
a
once
story
and for all.
feature in the last few games already, but they've taken it one step further in this. So we're up to the Inhumans phase of the story, but I don't think... Are we just going to do hub stuff?
Sure, we can just do hub
Yeah,
stuff.
I wasn't really into playing story levels to the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know that much about the Inhumans. What I do know is from one of the few Marvel comics that I've read, which is Ms. Marvel, and they have a sort of brief appearance in that, because Kamala Khan herself is an Inhuman.
Oh, is she?
Yes. Do you not? Okay, it was a little unclear in the story itself.
She was a teenager. That was what I said.
Yeah. It's interesting. The Inhuman thing,
potential friend of the tower.
it's kind of a replacement for X-Men mutant stuff, in a way. Whether it's because, well, nowadays they're sort of positioning the Inhumans as an X-Men replacement because of the film rights thing. Because Fox, has the mutant movies historically until Disney bought them. And Disney couldn't use the mutants in the films. So correspondingly they started scaling back mutant representation in other media. So Lego Marvel Superheroes 1 has all the X-Men stuff in it. Avengers has no X-Men at all. And this one also, no mutant content.
It's admirable how many people are
But I think this is actually the first one with the Inhumans as a concept, even though Avengers had
powers to influence the emotions of others. Oh,
yes,
thank you.
but just
I can
in
sense a few people
terms
in this
of
area affected by extreme
Kamala, I had to
negative
do
emotion.
some outside
Let's
research
start
to just
looking for them.
learn what Terrigenesis was and stuff, because it's not incredibly well explained in the comic itself. But I think,
if that Lemurian got
would you say that you could understand it and get by in the story without knowing about the backstory of the
The sources
Inhumans?
of negative emotions
Yeah,
will
sure.
also appear
So
on
the
your
idea
radar.
is that
That should help us
Inhumans are people who have
I think we're
some
close to
genetic
someone who
content
needs
from
our help.
aliens that
Can you see who it
crossbred
is?
with humans in the
I
past.
just need to
And
get close
the
enough to
Terrigenesis
touch them
process
for a
is like
moment.
some magical gas that activates their latent alien DNA, right?
And
which
now
gives them
I can't stop
superpowers.
suspecting
So
everyone I meet up
it's
in
just
some
like
kind of
mutants
insane
manifesting their
villain in
powers,
disguise.
but it's a different origin.
Is she a villain? Is
And
he a villain?
they
Is
also
that
have
Rock
very
a
different
villain?
kinds
I
of
can't trust anyone.
powers
Everyone's a
and,
suspect.
you know, expressions of their
Here,
powers.
let me help
I
you.
have no idea what I'm
You
doing.
taught me. I don't know
So this
what
is
you
one of the
just did,
kinds
but
of missions you
I
get in the
feel
hub, which is
amazing. I guess the odd
talk to
crazy
people to
person
find out
doesn't mean there
information.
aren't still good people like you around.
It's a bit different actually,
I
because
should
Mantis is
probably go
following
and
us around
apologize
and
to Frank
communicating with
for
him.
screaming faker at him earlier.
I don't know what it's about though. I've been talking over it.
Maybe later.
So Gibbon is saying in chat on the
Gonna play some Hexagon Blitz in my
well, he
brain.
said he was both very entertained and disappointed with this game. On one hand, it's a Lego game, so of course it's really entertaining and fun. But on the other hand,
Shall we see who
Milo
else
knows
needs
how big of a
our help?
2099 implant Alt fan I am, and for them being super prominent on the cover of the
Why did I
game with
think it was a good idea to go
Miguel
outside?
front and
Going
center,
outside
they
is
sure
terrible.
weren't actually
Man,
in the game
man.
much.
I wish I was at
And-
home instead of
Killed the
this
guy.
crazy.
He'll respond.
Excuse me.
And in terms
this will
of
only
the
take a moment.
X-Men
Huh? Hey,
being
what are you?
sort of sidelined
Hey, I
in
suddenly
recent
feel
years,
really
Gibbon says it's totally
peaceful.
because of licensing
And
stuff.
was the view always this good? I could stay out here all day.
Yeah, so the Inhumans that are in Ms. Marvel is basically Kamala goes to Atalan, is it? The Inhuman city, and talks to
I
Medusa
think we
briefly.
have.
And then Medusa like lets her borrow Lockjaw for a bit, and then they have an adventure, and that's pretty much it. So there's all these other characters that are related to Medusa, like I'm Black Bolt right now, who's the king of the Inhumans. And Crystal and Fish Guy. We just did the
the city
Inhumans
is so
story
ugly.
level.
All those horrible
So,
flashing
we found
lights
that-
through my window at
that
night.
stuff.
It really. Now I don't know where I belong.
Excuse me.
Ah yes,
Can
we
I
have the
just-
red brick that
I think you
does
have
damage
something
on
on
contact.
you.
What? Where?
So if you walk
I don't
into
see anything.
an enemy
You
or
know,
an NPC,
I just
they will
realized
just
that this
die.
place has a coffee shop almost
very handy in
identical to
levels.
my own.
Yes.
And maybe this place won't
Maybe
have an
we have.
annoying laptop lady in there all the time.
That's okay.
We get
I
it.
don't wanna tell.
You're a writer or
like
something.
It's fun. It makes combat a lot more bearable. Quicker.
Maybe I've been up here too.
Ooh, random crime is happening.
I miss my old view of
So I don't think I can.
I'm sorry. Could I bother you for a moment?
What is it?
Come on.
Huh?
I like that we don't
You
have
know,
to wait for
maybe
her to walk.
ugly was a bit harsh on this view. It's definitely different, but I could get used to it. And no one can take away my memories of the old view. I should definitely start sleeping in another room, though.
But yeah, the
Those
level we
lights
did
might
before
be
the
not
Inhumans
ugly,
level was the
but they are not
2099
helpful
level,
when you're
so
trying to get to
it's like,
sleep.
hey, Miguel's here. And
I'm no longer sensing
during the
any
level, he promptly
sound.
got stuck
I must
inside
sound
a
like an
box
advert
behind
for
some
herbal
interactable thing that
remedies.
he couldn't interact with. And then we just weren't able to use it for most of the level.
Yep.
But that was actually okay because Peter Parker was there as well, and they have all the same abilities insofar as what was necessary for progression in the level. So, yeah.
With great
So,
determination. Will
One of the
and
things
a
we
fast
discussed
eye.
about this stream was that both of us are not really very big Marvel fans at all. We both read Ms. Marvel, but the
This
only
was
MCU
so much
films
easier
we've
with the
seen
helicarrier.
are Doctor Strange
Where's the
and Thor
fun and
Ragnarok,
easy?
and that's it. So very much of the content that's in here is sort of, we just have no idea what's going on, basically.
Somewhat
Having said that, we have
unsurprisingly,
played
crime rates are through
Lego
the
Marvel
roof under
Superheroes
this
1
new
and Lego
Kang.
Marvel's
Okay.
Avengers,
Take a
the
few
latter
predatory
of which
Without Coulson's eye in
kind
the
of
sky crime,
summarizes
There are
a lot
purse
of
snatchings, car chases.
it'd really help us
mid-
cover more ground if
era MCU
Great.
films.
we'll
So
split up and take a
I
bunch of
have
these guys
some
down at
idea or
once.
some grasp of
The incidents assigned
the
to you
world
should
and
be marked on
characters.
your compass.
And as Gibbon said, this is a glorified movie
Remember to
tie-in
stay in
game.
radio contact.
Oh,
If
is
you don't
it?
hear anything from
Well,
us, assume
sort
the
of.
worst.
Clint,
For what movie?
he's right though. At the very least, we'll be in some variety
Gibbon?
of mortal peril.
I don't know. I think maybe he means in terms of the depictions of things are very inspired by the movie.
Oh,
So
yeah,
this whole,
that's always true.
the whole,
Okay.
yeah, exactly. The whole like Wakanda area is just based on the Black Panther movie, as well as how most of the characters are represented. Claw is the comics Claw, but there's a movie pack that has the film Claw, stuff like that. It's kind of a mix of both, in other words. Alright, so what do we do? Let's go to a place that represents a movie that I have seen, which I just mentioned.
Public eye response times are pretty shocking, huh?
This big arena is Sakaar, as seen in Thor Ragnarok.
Just do as they please.
Let's get some kind of mission to do.
Got a mission.
Oh, you got a mission? Great, let's do that. What are we doing?
Getting dudes.
Let's hit some dudes.
Let's talk to Black Widow.
All right, let's get to it.
Catch you guys
It
later.
seemed to be the same kill some dudes quest that I had before. Oh,
Maybe
now
it's a
she's
similar
bidding me
one.
away.
Will and a balanced diet.
I'm tired of being
I
black
too
belt,
might grow
but that
to
means I
become
can go
strong
to some
native
characters
king.
to try and pick someone to be.
There's too many characters. They should just put everyone who's got two abilities.
No mortal has ever been able to
They should at least tell you what abilities they have in this screen. Technically they do, but you have to press triangle on them and then do this flipping animation, and then you press triangle again, and then it shows you what their powers are. I think the LEGO Harry Potter collection, which was the recent current gen re-release of the two console LEGO Harry Potter games,
You see it?
What are you talking
handled
about?
character abilities
I'm already
really
on my
well
second.
because it has a list of the things that they can do right under their character portrait. I think that might have been too complicated for this game because some superheroes have a lot of different weird powers, you know?
Yeah.
Like flight, super strength, heat beams,
Officer, this is just
X-ray
a
vision,
humble
blah 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 blah,
sightseeing
all that
business.
stuff.
This
So I
suggestion
don't think that's
of
mechanical.
smuggling gold bricks is completely unfounded.
In that
Yeah,
case,
Gibbon
you won't mind
says they
opening up
focus
and
heavily
let me
on
verify that for
characters from the
myself.
film, and all of the DLC packs are direct film promotions, which I guess is true. I didn't really think about it. I think that's the case for the level packs, yeah. There's other character packs that are there we go. So this game introduces characters with shields. I just beat up a bunch of guys. Is that what I'm supposed to be doing?
I beat up a bunch of guys and then I accidentally killed Black Widow.
Oh,
Feel free.
classic LEGO. Well, I think I'm participating in the quest because I'm attacking guys near an icon.
Good work.
Okay, there we go.
Head to the next disturbance as soon as you can.
Give me a chance. I'm still not finished with these guys.
You know I wasn't talking to you.
Yeah, I know. You made it to that second incident yet? Don't forget to smile.
I'm not going to.
It's part of the full shield
But I
service
just
after all.
remember that another Marvel thing that I'm familiar with is Marvel UK. Made a hit, but I don't want to be on the nice thing that this game does in the character select screen is if you're right in front of something that needs a particular ability, you open it up, it defaults to someone who has that ability. But then I don't want to be the boring default. One of the things I enjoyed in LEGO Marvel's Avengers was finding female equivalents to all the default regular superhero people. Because the MCU the Avengers in the regular depiction.
Service with the smile.
But then,
Right now.
you know, there's like the lady Hulk and stuff.
So,
Sometimes characters like that can be kind of lazy,
since it could obviously
reductive, kind of
What happened?
female, yeah, female version
basically
of male character.
Thor with a bow on it.
Okay, Jane Foster Thor is cool.
That's so
She doesn't just have a bow
embarrassing
on
for
her
you.
head.
Yeah,
I can't.
but a lot of them are
Yeah.
just Ms.
Oh.
Pac-Man.
Will
Yeah,
one
Ms.
of you
Pac-Man,
just get
exactly.
over here?
Avengers
just being
had
near these things
Jane
makes me
Foster
want to take
Thor
a
and
bath.
also, what was
I'm
it,
afraid
Lady
I'm a little
Thor,
tied
which
up
is
here.
another
Gonna
character.
have to
that
leave
was
it
a
to
bit
our
more-
part-timer. Hey, if you're finished up, could you go check on that?
Yes.
This radio silence can't be good.
So this is Ironheart, who's like
Squeak.
next generation
No,
Avenger. And
haggis.
a lot of those are.
Maybe.
Yeah, so
Coconut
like
cream
Wasp,
pie.
who is the daughter of Hank
No.
Pym, and this character who is the daughter of the Vision.
We're so glad you came.
So Black Widow's got space.
Did the symbiote get to her?
She's been booed.
No, not the girl.
Hit them all until the
knock
goo
it out
is
of her.
released.
Oh, though, she got the Venom symbiote.
Oh no, I'm getting booed.
This is like the 299 symbiote thing. It made that level pretty narrow. It doesn't keep it.
You just like leave the other characters. They're like, dude, I just left you in a corner. Just don't get there.
Gibbon says that even Planet Hulk was getting a push, since Thor Ragnarok was a Planet Hulk adaptation starring Thor for some reason. Well, for film rights reasons. And yes, this is another film rights thing. Hulk is a very popular character, and they did want to keep using him, and they can in ensemble films.
I know I laughed at you
because
and
Universal has the rights, I think they might still have the rights to
getting a
solo
visit from the
Hulk movies,
symbiote.
since they made 2 of them.
There's so many of them.
They can't give Hulk a solo
We should probably
movie,
go help him.
but he can.
He's my
at
right
the
hand.
Keeps dropping on top of me and then dying.
Is she supposed to lead us somewhere?
I don't think so.
I never thought I'd see the day.
So Planet Hulk was a very popular comic arc. And yeah, Thor Ragnarok is basically
most displeased I did not foresee this.
60% Planet Hulk.
We found a new plaything, one that laughs so much.
Is that right? You know, you really ought to ask before you borrow my toys. Quick, squash it before it gets away.
These people are vandalizing this apocalyptic asset. I must stop them from knocking down the burnt trees. That's an ambiguous. Ragnarok is the name. It's like Thor League of Thor. I think this is an early. Back to the circle.
Phew.
I remember fighting Surfer in
I think that's enough.
WayForward's Thor DS
I'd say we made some real progress
is like a
cleaning.
sequel to the
Speaking of
movie,
cleaning up,
which then gets
I really
overwritten
do
by
need
later
to take
films.
that back.
I think I've still got bottles of that stuff from last time. Anyway,
It's got the typical WayForward quality, but it's a bit slower. But yeah, I was going to say I'm familiar with some of the Marvel UK stuff, which was in the 80s and 90s, where, you know, writers and artists in the UK were some latitude by Marvel to create their own world. And I think one of the headline characters there was Captain Britain, who wasn't just a version of Captain America, because, you know, he didn't have a shield, but he was just Captain America. But he did have different powers though. And the idea was he was empowered by Merlin, who in this case was a mystical cosmic being with many different forms. And he was Merlin's champion, who had to... There was all this multiverse stuff. So you ended up with this idea of Captain Britain Corps, where there's Captain Britain versions in like a million different alternate universes.
I have need of your services.
And they kept popping up into this universe.
As leader of the
fighting
Sovereign,
stuff.
I took umbrage to being subjugated under Kang's rule. What
And Captain
irks
Britain
me
did show up
most
in
about
Avengers, I
this
think,
is that
Super
some of the drones are damaged but still online.
But yeah, the idea is that
A wise decision.
after a certain point,
While the drones are no longer
Marvel brought
emitting
things
a
back
tracking
in-house, and all
signal,
these original
we are
UK
still
characters kind of
receiving
got
the
forgotten
visual
and
feed from each.
fobbed off.
Use
and,
this to pinpoint their locations.
or worse,
Help me, my
put
brother!
into new stories and like the new writers didn't get them and did weird stuff with them. This is just stuff I've heard. The comic content that I've read from that era is only the stuff relating to Doctor Who stuff, because I was doing like comprehensive Doctor Who comics reading, and Alan Moore, the comics legend, did some backup comic strips starring original characters in the Doctor Who universe in Doctor Who magazine, or as it was called back then, Doctor Who Weekly, which changed to monthly. I can't remember which of those it was. So yeah, he made this cast of characters that were like early Gallifreyan experimental shock troopers with weird, crazy powers, and they starred in a couple of strips.
Where can I find the
magazine,
simple life, man?
he had ownership of the characters, so then he took them out and inserted them into Captain Britain stories. So they became sort of recurring supporting characters over there. Oh.
We are no...
What? Oh, I missed one. Oh. Cathy lets me do all the races. But this game introduced a really amazing feature where if you fail a race, it gives you the option to get sent right back to the start and attempt it again, which is the best feature ever in this game. I wish this had come before Dimensions, so that Dimensions had that feature too, because there's so much content in Dimensions, but if they think of this cool new feature afterwards, they're not going to go back and patch it anymore. So...
especially not now.
well, no. Yes, so anyway, as I was saying, I've read as much of Captain Britain as the special executive was involved in. War Dog, Cobweb, Zeitgeist, Fascination, Legion, all those cool folks, and none of them are in this game, I'm pretty sure. We did a story mission where
can I find the
Captain
simple
Albion was
life,
there,
man?
who is one of the, alternate universe Captain Britain for. But in the comics that I read, Captain Albion was a woman, and this Captain Albion was like a medieval like dude guy. He's all like,
dude. Yeah.
I am ye knight, etc. And like hashtag my Captain Albion. So for all I know, there's a lot of characters in this game, so we might have UK showing up later. And Fury. Of course, no Psylocke. Psylocke is an X-Man, so or a mutant. So
I'm paid to feed horses, not...
She's Captain Britain's sister. Do you remember in X-Men Apocalypse, one of the 4 horsemen was a lady who had a laser sword in her arm? Or something? Anyway, that's Captain Britain's sister.
Okay.
Oh, or actually, it's Captain Britain's sister swapped minds with a ninja, and that is Psylocke.
I'm not gonna try and understand that. That's stupid.
Maybe I've been up here too long.
Yeah, comics are stupid. They always have been.
If some kind superhero could see their way to saving me right about now, that'd be great.
Okay,
Apparently there's some
Gibbon
kind of
says,
exhibition
Captain Britain is the best and has gotten a raw deal in recent years. He has omnibus editions of the original Captain Britain and Excalibur runs. So Excalibur is an X-Men British team that was tied into the Captain Britain world. And it had like Nightcrawler in it and stuff. Do you remember Nightcrawler? He's the guy... He was Alan Cumming in the old ones, and then he was like a German guy in the new ones. He's got blue skin and he can teleport. And he's Captain.
Like a superpower?
Yes. Yeah, Gibbon confirming. So that's what happened with Brian Braddock, Captain Britain. Newer writers often don't really do him properly. Psylocke was remodeled as a ninja by Mojo in an intentionally done "ninjas are cool right now" thing. There we go. It's the real true secret origins. Can't switch character.
Oh, we haven't got the Egypt map.
No, we're still missing a few moves. Maybe someone who can fly apparently. Oh, Miguel can fly.
Whoa. What year is it? I mean,
can he?
That even
Oh,
matters
he can glide and web sling.
Yeah, web slinging is so great in this game. I feel like it was better in the previous one. Somehow the physics is...
It's a bit like herky jerky. Also, it's slow in the flying.
the general flying is...
I've just been kind of roaming around aimlessly, so let's pick something to go do something.
I'm destroying cards, but I think I might have to go back to the end to where I started and now I forgot.
Yeah, that's the other thing. We can't do too
Done. Because we're in full split screen all the time.
Oh yeah, that's another sort of thing that this game introduced was there's no dynamic split screen anymore, and there's no... Even in story levels, if you're near each other, the screen doesn't join up. You're just permanently in a 50-50 split.
Which is awful, because there's like, they clearly haven't thoroughly tested
destroyed.
with that. Because there was times when we
seems
couldn't
I was
see
right
what was
to entrust
supposed
this
Oh yeah,
task to
there's
you.
been times when the camera angles
Do
have been
not
really off
think
because
to steal
of
the technology
only having
for
half the screen,
yourself.
basically.
Yeah,
We may have suffered a defeat, but I still advise against
You would on Wii U,
defying
but I don't think this
suffering.
game was released on Wii U. That was a cool thing about the Wii U Lego games. You could have two players playing, and both of them got a full width screen to play, because one person would be holding the gamepad.
The
Of
downside
course,
was the massive lag.
yeah, you would sacrifice frame rate heavily for having two screens drawn at once. So I've got a mission icon here, so this is probably the person who...
Oh yeah, that's the
did mission.
person. Can you show
Someone
me
who
the
is
picture of the
completely
Sphinx?
Oh yeah. It's at an angle.
Like from over here.
Oh, and the ninja remodel of Mojo is an alien interdimensional TV executive with cosmic powers. Do you think that Marvel overuses characters having phenomenal cosmic powers?
You are taking too long to destroy the drones. I can still see
I also
their
feel like
visuals
that's
on the
just-
screen.
Yeah.
Aha! Crashed on the side of
Good job.
Takes care of it before it eats somebody.
Oh, super jumps really annoy me. Since they introduced them, I think, in Avengers or maybe Superheroes 1.
There we go, that should be the end of that quest.
Maybe you need to come back, yeah.
There's also some bugs about what player 1 and player 2 do. Like, are we actually in the same mission? Are we not? Sometimes you need the other person to come. Sometimes my things will appear on just part of the screen.
These things are common to
completed
all
your
Lego
task.
games, I think.
Allow me to thank
They've always
you
been
properly.
buggy.
It seems
Whichever one had that.
congratulations are in order. With our technology no longer what?
Okay, now
You
got
didn't
close
think we'd
enough.
allow
Yeah.
this to stand, did you?
But yeah, the super jump thing means that sometimes it's hard to just jump because you start charging like a big jump, and I don't think it's that useful to have the big jump anyway, so it just makes things more clumsy.
I'd say Xandar's actually looking pretty good.
Yeah,
Considering
that's
the
a good
place was
point.
shot
Gibbon
to
says
bits,
the
stomped
Mojo
all
is
over
from
by
the
a
earlier
celestial,
Excalibur stuff,
and
which
ripped up and
was all
dropped
about
into some
dimension
kind of
hopping,
crazy
cosmic
limbo world.
entities, and existential stuff.
I do.
Surveillance drone now approaching.
Oh yeah,
for
the
more
whole
training,
Fury
soldier?
storyline.
You
is
can never be too
extremely
prepared.
Jim Jaspers.
Citizens are warned not to approach the Kang surveillance
Yes.
drone. Kang surveillance drones
I don't know where I
operate in
am.
this area.
Is this Hollow? Or one of the other alien places? I can't change character. Or maybe it's because you're changing character? No, it's not. It's because I'm hanging from the web.
Oh, okay. I could do it while I was flying, but you can't do it while you're
Apparently not. Oh, now I can.
Spotted a crime taking place in your area if you aren't too busy.
It's so hard to tell.
I'd say Xandar's
He's a cool character.
considering the place was shot to bits, stomped all over by a celestial, then ripped up and dropped into
Web
kind of
slinging
crazy limbo
race.
world.
Ooh, I'll do that. Where are you?
So enjoy sitting next to the central fountain.
Oh, that's a long way away. Let's fast travel. Menus are very awkward in this game. So you're near Egypt?
Yeah. Does that help?
Is that New York? One of the New Yorks? There's 3 New Yorks in this game, by the way. No, that's not. Do I have a little icon for you on my map? Yes, there. That little green thing.
Kang spies with his digital eye.
So that's the race I want to go to. Set destination. But then I have to find a fast travel. Cool.
Stay
It's
on
that
your
easy,
guard.
it's very quick.
For the honor of the Kree, we cannot let any other intruders get past us.
It's that easy.
We were all in the briefing atlas.
I never
Why are
got
you
one.
telling us this again?
Just be
there's my
quiet and
beacon.
keep watch.
Head over there.
Cat.
Yay!
There's a cat on this game.
Hidden cats.
Happy cat.
I like all the little scavenger hunts.
Cats are a thing that you're supposed to find less in, which I was
That's true. You're
found
not
it
listening
anyway.
to the game audio right now. That's fine. Because it's
Especially all those voices complaining about
My gods!
yeah,
He is
just
the
the
chosen one!
random civilian chatter in the hub is mixed too loud and is repetitive. And Miguel apparently
How do
can't
I get myself
fly
in these
like
crazy
climb high enough
situations?
to get to that race. But here, I'll show off another feature of this game, which is that you can instantly spawn vehicles. Because previous games you had to find a special vehicle pad.
Horace!
What am I in for today?
Thank Castle, you're safe!
Yes.
Gee, thanks.
But now you can just spawn them anywhere, it's really cool.
Hey, thank you for honoring this man, Spacefaros.
You have damaged the round ones! You bring doom upon us!
Doctor Strange is cool, but his voice in this game is...
Oh, it's wrong. It's weird.
it's very strange.
Ah.
Like, Benedict Cumberbatch already had a really weird voice.
And they have like someone doing a strange British impression that sounds nothing like either Benedict Cumberbatch or Benedict Cumberbatch in these movies.
Well, he's supposed to be from New York.
What?
Yeah.
What?
It's meant to be like a Brooklyn accent or something.
What? I always assumed he was just meant to be British. This is probably not a good... It doesn't say a good thing about Benedict Cumberbatch's ability to do an accent.
Yeah, and it's like, what is the guy in this game doing? Is a bad impression of Benedict Cumberbatch's bad accent?
I
Back
guess
for more
so.
training, soldier? You can never be too prepared.
Well, whoever they have doing Tony Stark is really off if he's trying to do Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, that's true. I guess for a lot of the characters, I don't know what they're supposed to sound like.
That's another thing about us being so unfamiliar.
Or if you've just seen the comics, right, they don't have
Yeah?
No! Up here!
a sound.
Yeah. Sometimes they have a particular speech pattern that comes across in text, but that's
Stan out of this pickle.
Like Ms. Marvel can't find me.
Get me out of here!
Yeah. What? Oh, what are you on?
I can't use
The
this.
camera movement while you're web slinging is just... it's very disorienting. Okay.
Make way for the Star-Spangled Man with a Plan.
You should be Captain Assyria instead.
I want to be Captain America. I want to be Iron Man.
that many characters on the board.
Back for more training, soldier? You can never be too prepared.
Ah!
Big beam person.
Bouncy red sling vaulted me over a ring.
Who's got a beam?
Yeah. Crystal does, yeah.
Hey, give me a hand, will
Her
ya?
beam is a little bit tricky to use because she has 3 different elemental powers and it cycles between them. So if you want to use fire, it's like, oh no, I'm doing
I
electricity.
see you're
oh,
not
no, I'm
much
doing
for the
ice.
gentle approach. While you're here, could you find my maid? We went looking for some cooking ingredients.
Why does she have minions?
That was 3 weeks ago.
What?
Her hair looks like minions.
Despicable me minion.
Yeah.
Time to swing it to action.
I think she probably predates it.
Oh.
I don't know how old the Inhumans are.
One of the more dangerous.
Well, that particular design.
You, thanks.
Right.
Bit cold in there.
There was
Found my
there was a
ingredients, Bob,
modern
and I reckon we can use them to
like
whip up a
reboot of
tasty aroma
Inhuman
that'll
stuff.
coax this
They did a
nutty
TV
fella out
show,
of the ground.
and it was supposed to be the next big thing.
You say
and
so,
it was
Jeremy.
supposed
I
to
was
replace the X-Men.
kind of thinking we'd just get out of here. But
and
whatever.
it completely flopped.
Think you could help get our stuff ready?
I think Gibbon knows more about the Inhumans TV show. But yeah, it only lasted 1 season. If that. Oh, I never want to word string again.
Think I...
Now, which Spider-Woman is that? It's not Spider-Gwen because she's in flood.
I don't feel bad about turning in my own plaza.
That being really loud in the big one type of thing. For some reason.
But I was destroying something by accident. I did the thing.
Jessica Drew. How do I? Okay. Jessica Drew is the daughter of 2 scientists, played by Hydra. Blah 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 blah.
How do I get myself in these crazy situations?
For some reason.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe we've overdone it with the number of Hydra skulls everywhere. But then I remember the old saying, you can take the Patriots out of North America.
Ah, yes, here you go. So this is the Spider-Woman who can fly. No more lessons from me. Energy breath. She's got an electric beam. How are these spider related? Electric beams. Right. That's Miguel has claws. He might be able to dig.
It keeps trying to make me...
To put out the fire.
Oh.
That's all that he's got.
Boy, I could use a superhero right now.
Hey, keep relining.
So Miguel's over to the right. He's got claws.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he can actually dig.
Oh, ball.
Oh, ball. Come on, she can do it.
Who's ready to face some sweet, sweet justice?
Right. What do I want to do? I'm gonna go to medieval England and see if how much UK stuff is there. Probably not much.
Let me be a ball on the ball.
Oh, you have to hold down circle?
That's what I'm doing.
Can you do it off the ball thing?
But then I can jump.
Oh, a small ball. Press circle once. And then hold it. Oh my gosh. The abilities in this game are sometimes way too complicated. I don't think we have the map.
I think I'm supposed to destroy this platform. But work out how.
How would I come help?
I'm in it.
So much for medieval.
How do I get myself in these crazy situations?
Ready to face some sweet justice.
It's not magic, it's just
Strange does not have fire powers. I assume this guy does. Iron Man 2020 in the distant future.
It's time for the legendary culinary crusader to do his thing. Enter Iron Pan. If we work as a team, we can roast this turkey to perfection.
But I've seen you burn cereal. Also, how long have you been calling yourself?
Okay, so we needed to do that before
It cannot burn.
did a bowl
The fate of our dinner depends on it.
Well,
that's it. Keep it steady. The heat must be applied evenly and true.
Giving me a little icon to put out the fire, even though we actually don't want to do that.
No!
Oops.
My fiery nemesis has struck again. Quickly, my savoury sidekick, quell the sea of flame.
Translation, put out the fire.
Quick, Captain Assyria.
It is done. Today's secret ingredient is teamwork.
Well, that's a lovely looking turkey. Let's hope it helps Stan get.
Behold, as it beckons the beast. And stop calling me Jeremy.
Oh.
Yay.
I'm all over this game.
Finish the turkey.
At what point do I stop being a cameo and start being a star?
Oh, Stan. I think they reused all the voice clips recorded for previous
All right,
games.
we saved the day.
Yeah, they do.
Can we go home?
Because he passed away before.
If it's even still there. How long have we been in here?
Yes. Heard more. Baby spider, the steampunk spider. Oh no, web sling. No.
I cannot rescue them alone.
Over this way.
Who would aid?
Okay.
There's a frog here.
Ooh, frog Thor. This is a Thor I
Pray,
did not
friend,
know about.
hear my plight. The great frog king Glugwort and his
I knew
people
about
have been
horse Thor,
taken
but not
captive
frog
by the
Thor.
most fearsome rat of all, Ratsa. Thou must aid me in rescuing
This
the
game
frog.
has a lot of silly characters in it.
Well met. Then
Okay.
follow me. Onward. Sometime. Hark! Our
Gibbon, do you
quarry
know anything
lies
about
ahead.
Frog Thor?
We shall dispatch these reprehensible rodents in the blink of an eye. Ha! Thou fights with the warrior's heart. More rats. Let us take the fight to them.
Natural enemy.
With thy aid, we shall surely emerge victorious. Worry not, citizen, for the threat has been quelled. Hop home swiftly.
Hulk is the one-time super challenge.
I gather thou dost not hear the language of wrongs, but know that he was grateful
climb
for all.
walls. Okay.
Now, let us press on.
I had a cat.
Cat.
I'll try. Of course, it might be on your screen. Hard to tell. Yeah, these scavenger hunt and side quests on Hub is the way that you do this. If you really want to do because the races are locked to certain vehicles. And there's one race in Atalan, or there's one elsewhere as well, that you need a motorbike, and the only motorbike we have is what's his name? Nicolas Cage.
I shall relay the message.
Firehead guy.
She wished me to pass
Firehead
on
guy.
her gratitude, and that she is fond of thy
dead
style,
rider man.
whatever that
What's
means.
his name? Ghost Rider.
Shall we proceed?
Ghost Rider's motorbike is the only motorbike we have, and it's extremely large and unwieldy to drive.
Together,
and
we
I
shall
want to get a
defeat
smaller
these beasts.
motorbike so I can try it.
Now is our moment. We strike.
Don't I feel stupid when those fancy Nueva York fellas come gallivanting in with their boxes and their mud-free medicine?
Kang the Conqueror. I would find immense pleasure in seeing that mortal attempt to take over Africa.
The enemy's hand has been stayed. Thou art free to go. Not even a thank you from that man. No matter. Our work
Gibbon
is
says
not
that the
yet
game
done.
audio is overpowering that speech, so I'm going to turn it down more. Wait, what? Didn't I turn it down on the menu?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Oh, what? Oh, I'm really irritated by this.
Well, I hope you understand these newfangled
Can't believe it.
forges. I've
Maybe
no
I
idea what
pressed
this
back instead of accept.
electro-catty thing it needs
Oh my god, this whole time. Why am I so bad at streaming from console? I'm disappointed in myself. Ooh, is that no, that's a horse. Not a cat.
Blimey, this isn't how it's meant to be.
Horse or cat?
Beard, ye shall feel
Oh,
the
I killed
thunder
the
of
frog
my
again.
hammer.
Come back, frog.
Nefarious creatures.
Remember not to
Free
walk
my
too
companion
close to the
face
frog
the
king.
consequences.
My life is full of regrets.
Yeah, that's
Anyway, I was asking Gibbon about Frog Thor, but he was actually giving me info about Hulk 2099. He is a Hollywood movie exec who's a real scum of a human being, sells out a peaceful commune of hippies who worship the concept of the Hulk. In the ensuing riot, he gets caught up in a gamma explosion which transforms him into 2099's Hulk, who is a much better person than he is. Oh, okay. I was all ready to ditch this character, but then the fact that Hulk is, like, his alter ego is nicer than he is, that's an interesting dynamic.
Deplorable rodents. Feel the wrath of Frogilner.
rats are surprisingly hard to kill because they're so small. I
Gibbon
think I'm mostly killing them by walking into them.
Gibbon says he could still hear us, but it was just a bit hard to hear at that moment in time. Well, I think the game audio is not that necessary anyway. So
I am humbled by your kind words, my
turn it down. Oh boy, yep. Climbing is hard in medieval England.
human tongue would not do it justice.
When you're on the Hulk.
But as for Frog Thor,
With Ratso and his army, for another time.
Thor just got turned into a frog for one issue. That's it.
Throg! He's called Throg! I love it.
Puns.
I love it. I love Throg. Throg's my man.
Why don't you play as Throg then?
Because I want to fly.
Throg can fly. Thor can fly.
Oh, that's true.
With the power of Mjolnir. Or whichever hammer it is that he's using currently. I know Horse Thor has a different hammer because they coexist. Most people become Thor by using Mjolnir. Oh. I'm too big to get in this door.
Oh. That's inconvenient.
And I can't transform back from Hulko dude to regular human dude.
Oh. Why not?
Oh, I'm gonna be the dinosaur. I don't know, that particular one just does not have that ability.
Oh.
Oh. It stops. Stop in ceiling. So this is probably just an imported character from Jurassic World. But that's cool. There's also a T-Rex character. Moon Boy's friend, the T-Rex. Or it's Moon Girl in this game, actually.
Where was that cat?
It's almost time to do my rounds.
Actually, let's read the character bio. So this is Old Lace, who is a friend of Arsenic. No alias. Old Lace is a genetically engineered dinosaur from the future. Bodyguard of Gertrude Yorks. They have a telepathic link from Runaways. Don't know what Runaways is.
Blimey, this isn't how it's meant to be.
Can you hear the cat again?
No, I can't hear any cats. The raptor character is not as agile as I hoped. No double jump or anything. Yes. No, I can't transform Hulk 2099.
Those vile fiends. How dare they?
And yes, Gibbon is excited about Old Lace. We also have Molly Hayes, Carolina Dean, Nico Minoru, Gertrude Yorks, Chase Stein. Stop me when I'm not in the Runaways anymore. Alex Wilder. I think it's that's the team. Don't know who they are, but I know that this character has all the magic powers of Doctor Strange. So does Enchantress. There's a few different magic powers. There's telekinesis and time manipulation and also rune, and not all characters have all three of those. Alright, now with a humanoid character, let's go back here. Still getting stopped there. Now that I can fly, I can go around.
It is Throg.
Probably under T. There's rare instances in this game where characters are arranged in the character grid because they're actually filed under a different name for their character.
I'm going to need help getting this new forge to work.
A different one than what appears on screen as their name. So it's confusing sometimes.
You're doing
like
time manipulation.
There was,
that's what.
Yeah. There was one game, one of these Marvel games, where like Spider-Man was under P for Peter Parker, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So it was sometimes tricky to find some characters.
Do you want my help?
Would ask for your aid.
Or are you almost done?
I'm just pushing things around. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing. Okay. Now that the plant's gone, I can fly over the
Oh, I killed the quest giver.
Your king would ask for your aid.
King Arthur, jeez. Of course, King Arthur is here. You can go ahead with that quest if you like. So Gibbon says, Runaways is a bunch of kids who find out at their parents' annual get-together that their parents are all supervillains, and they've all got legacy powers. They run away and strike out on their own. It started out as a standalone comics run, which was really good. But then it just kept going and got kind of generic, like most comic runs. Yeah.
I'm not sure I want to help out in a crusade.
Oh, he wants you to...
He wants me to go on crusade with him, which, like, he's totally the wrong time to go on crusade. So, also, no, I'm not going on crusade.
Is this like a PG comics version of a crusade?
Well, since I'm killing aliens...
It's like Kang's minions, generic aliens. They probably are something from the comics, but I don't know who they are.
The yellow fish head type people?
They're like blue with yellow suits on.
Yeah. Oh, you're freezing.
Oh, I have freeze powers. Okay, didn't know. But yeah, as Gibbon says about comic runs, often just continuing and then becoming generic. That often happens when like the original author moves on, they give it to someone else, the new person doesn't really share the same vision or they have different ideas.
I'm gonna need help getting this new forge to work.
This definitely,
Ms. Marvel ones,
yeah, this definitely
then,
happened with Ms. Marvel.
And then they just made it like generic comic after that, like generic superheroes, let's go on a mission stuff. And I'm like, that's not what I'm here for. I'm here for the teen drama.
Yeah, if you're reading Ms. Marvel, it's not worth reading. You know, as far as we know, it's not worth reading beyond the 4-volume G. Willie Wilson run, which originated the character. And even the end of that run gets really bogged down in like big crossover event shenanigans that just derails the story that they were telling. They do manage to like tie in some character stuff with the world-ending events that are happening, but it does kind of just like
I don't care about any of that. Why do they want me to care about that?
well, they want you to buy all the other comics.
I'm not gonna do that.
Exactly. And so it just ruins the one comic that you liked.
Yeah.
It's the opposite effect. Whereas Gibbon says, when a run starts out as something that editorial doesn't care about, the author is allowed to make it actually good, which then causes editorial to care about it and start sticking their fingers in the pie. Yeah, so like if something is beneath the notice of the higher-ups, and they're allowed to do interesting things with it, but then it gets popular, and then the higher-ups take notice and meddle. Yeah. Exactly as he said.
Kang's constant announcements are maddening. Can someone not put a stop to them already?
Guess that's why I just read well.
Another gathering of villains.
Gibbon, talk about Batwoman.
Commercial. Oh, we need to make it fit into the universe. Just don't do it. Just don't make a universe. Problem solved. Superheroes are stupid. You make them stupid.
Yeah, they don't have to be
terrible
stupid.
writing.
What do you mean somebody already got it?
There's another minion. I think it's one of the ninja minions.
Yeah, the ninja. The ninjas are the worst.
Keep up the good work.
Very strange.
They keep dodging your attacks.
I don't really follow the news, but I'm assuming it's good.
And going invisible.
Oops.
I think we killed the ninja.
Display.
Cool.
I believe one more encounter will be sufficient for
Changing
today.
character.
I could have totally been the
Let's see.
The other thing I like being about the frog, I like being the frog
Whoever they
because
got on
I can see the
snowplow
frog.
duty seriously needs to up his
Don't
game.
confuse him with
Distinctive
It's like driving
character.
inside
Yeah.
a bounce house around here.
Oh no, I've lost off.
I think Cloak and Dagger are classic UK characters. I recall them being mentioned along with Captain Britain and Excalibur. There's a DLC character pack for the Cloak and Dagger characters. Do I know any of them? Dagger, Cloak, Mr. Negative.
What better way
Isn't he a
Is he
Spider-Man
just-
villain?
Oh. He's not just a really grumpy teacher.
Nightmare, Shroud, Silvermane.
Crazy
Yeah, I don't
Renaissance
know
fair.
these people. So what does he do? Oh, he has a sword now.
I think we just killed
I
people
watched-
in a Chinese parade.
I watched a Let's Play of Insomniac's, Marvel's, Disney's, Sony's Spider-Man,
with this experience?
and Mr. Negative was like a main villain in that, I think.
Prithee, go tell Merlin to gather my things and prepare for
I'm gonna be the little girl.
adventure.
She can roller skate and fly, so that's pretty cool. This is Moon Girl. She's friends with the T-Rex.
Oh, cool.
Here's the T-Rex. Devil Dinosaur, yeah. It's pretty slow. I feel like Devil Dinosaur was much faster in LEGO Marvel's Avengers.
It's almost time to do my rounds.
So, where did we end up exactly? The border of Wakanda and Manhattan, so I want to go back to medieval England again.
Well, that's just possible.
Yep. So Gibbon says he's kind of upset about Batwoman right now.
Oh.
If you, to catch you up, they made, so Batwoman was like one of these, you know, cult favorite characters in comics. And she has recently got a TV show. After the first series of the show, the main actress has stepped away, and there was all this sort of nobody knew whether they were going to recast her or what, and then it was recently announced that they're casting someone else to be Batwoman, but not Kate Kane Batwoman. It's going to be a new Batwoman, right? Just like how, you know, Nightwing became Batman or whatever. So there's a lot of like mixed feelings. So as Gibbon says, he thinks the new actress will do a good job, and I'm sure she'll have good stuff, and the show will continue being good, but Kate gets sidelined enough in the comics due to editorial effery that her getting written out of her own TV show is a bit heartbreaking. And the fact that he's almost positive that they'll bring the new Black Batwoman back into the comics further sidelining Kate. So Kate Kane is in some ways an important character because she's Jewish, two, she's a lesbian, so these are sort of important representation things for a main character of a comic, right? And especially for the main character of a TV show. But now she's gone, they are replacing her, yes, with a woman of color, but that's, yeah, it's sort of, it's like I said, it's a mixed feelings kind of thing.
One of these people will be Mother in disguise. You'll be able to tell it's her because she sounds.
And Gibbon saying Mr. Negative is the one recent relatively Spidey villain that's caught on since Brand New Day happened.
I will swoop in to back you up. Don't just start throwing punches though.
So he's recent. I did not realize
Run
this.
away. Then we're just kicking our heels, waiting for another chance.
What are you doing?
Talking to people.
Anyone just learn magic?
Which people?
Like, can you do a correspondence course?
These people to find out who
sweetie, you're not
is an oldie-timey person.
Pretty sure that was just a regular person. We should make ourselves scarce. Don't go in all guns blazing until you know it's her.
You know, we didn't really talk about the premise of this game, but there's time travel.
Whatever, this quest is done.
And the hub world is a mishmash of different Marvel like timelines and planets and universes that have been jammed together, which makes for a fun and varied kind of hub. So it's just like a conceit for the game that they made a mashup world, right? But that lets them do interesting things and bring in characters from all the different canonical universes and time periods and have them coexist. So it's good in that way. There's some bars here and I don't know.
It's time we started looking out for number one, Hammer.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something up on the roof.
Which one of us is that?
Camera.
Hey, aren't you wanted?
Gibbon says, I say recent, but he debuted in 2007.
Yeah.
Well, it's more recent than Green Goblin, that's for sure.
What do Bowman and...
I know! Listen, if you're out to ruffle some Hydra feathers, we can show you where the big birds roost.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because like all the characters in all the like bad guys in the Spider-Man movies are all very legacy.
Able to interrupt their preparations. Heads up. It's one of the elite teams.
I think, maybe.
Cool.
Ooh.
I'm not saying I could win a tourney or anything,
Found a
but
photo spot.
knights these days are just all skin and bone.
Hey, weren't you losers meant to be on a coffee run or something?
I got your coffee. Right here.
What? You traitor!
Get them!
Who goes there? How that do?
I got your coffee right here. We really need to work on your fighting.
You look
I didn't hear you
like
coming out with
you're gonna
anything
give me a
better.
quest.
Alright, that's all of them.
Ooh, I have an electric gun. I did not realize this.
That was
But I
fun.
don't have a heat
Come on.
gun.
The next meeting area is this way.
Who does? There we go. Sometimes those pop-ups take a little while to appear.
This time I'll do the talking.
Oh, Militant. Maybe you can help me with something. I was trying to remember if you came first or second in the worst Hydra member contest.
So who are these people?
Yeah? Well, you're
That I'm
about to come
fighting.
first in the...
No. seems to be some Thor variant. And
Oh, it's another
fighting
Thor.
green things. Who has something to do with Hydra? I don't know.
How many Thors are in this game? Many Thors. Because Jane Foster Thor was in the plot. I got to assume that Horse Thor is here.
Horse Thor was in the other one.
I'm just randomly roaming around this castle. Trying to figure out how to open this gate. Let's roam the peasant village.
This is well outside my skill set. I'm paid to feed horses, not fix engines. I don't suppose you know anything about fixing flying
okay,
horse
so Gibbon says they're also making the new Batwoman also a lesbian, which on one hand is cool, continued LGBT representation, but on the other hand, I don't want that to be a requirement for the Batwoman mantle or it just starts feeling tokenish. Good point. Also, while Kate is a military dropout due to Don't Ask, Don't Tell, the new black leading lady will have her combat experience from being a homeless ex-drug runner gang member. Great black representation, guys. Sigh.
Elitist elite guys you ever saw.
You guys ready?
Yo, Hammer, you never finished my paperwork for me.
No, I guess I didn't. But I'm gonna finish you. Whoa! What did you say?
Only a traitor would talk to us that way. Get him!
That woman must be in Lego Batman 4, right?
Don't know.
I don't remember if she was in 3.
Blocking out the sun is something you should reconsider.
Lego Batman 3, also known as Lego Lantern Corps. So it had very little to do with Batman, to be honest.
That was Lego Batman 3? I forget that.
Yeah, the one where...
Yeah, it was all about Green Lantern.
Yeah,
Other lanterns.
yeah.
And space and stuff. I don't think of Batman as being in space.
Yeah, they did this thing where, like, the emotion things from the lantern colors got absorbed by different characters.
And there you have it. We just helped you stop a highly...
It was a little odd.
Can we join you?
Yeah, please. I mean, sure, we betrayed those guys, but we'd never betray you.
But yeah, it was like 90% DC Cosmic stuff. So yeah, Gibbon is conflicted about that one. Yeah, watching the stream, good to see you. She was saying that she might actually come to our house and watch the stream from. But yeah, good to see you. We're being superheroes. Okay, who can blow up stuff?
Me!
Oh, I know.
I'm gonna come and join you in the evening.
Okay. The one character, it automatically gave us this character during a free play. And she has explosives. She's Ghost. She is a robot who is a ghost. I don't really know. I could find out though. That's actually a good thing about this game. In particular.
Gives her a little bio.
Yeah, I don't think any other games have really done that to this point.
No.
Should have been a scullery maid. Them girls make good stars.
Okay,
That's
okay,
a race.
the spinning.
It's gonna be a race. That's a race.
Ghost, a mysterious figure whose name is feared and whispered among the criminal underworld because of her ability to phase through solid walls. No one is sure of what Ghost's true identity or what she's after, but she seems awfully interested in Hank and Hope's latest tech. Her terrifying skill set makes her truly a formidable foe. First comic appearance, N.A. That tells me nothing. Literally nothing. It's just like, she's mysterious, get over it. She doesn't appear in any comics.
Yeah.
Like, what is this character then? I just like her powers though. She can turn invisible. and fly and explosives, and I think she does electricity. Yeah, there it is. Anyway, I need telekinesis.
Think you can beat my record? You're welcome to try.
Who's my favorite magic person? Enchantress. Who I only know from other LEGO games.
Those vile feet.
I think she's an Asgardian.
Oh. Can I start this quest?
I think so. I'm doing a random
the timing
series
of
of
your with the
tasks.
barriers between.
Ooh, the
Wonderful.
Black Knight.
Follow me.
Oh, she's not a robot. Ghost.
My
I'm so
guards
glad Gibbon is he knows so much.
fleeing in this direction.
I
Ghost.
feel like the stream is us making random claims about Marvel and Gibbon just being like, no, that's not.
But then he very helpfully tells us the real story. Originally an Iron Man villain, they basically made up a new character with the same mantle and powers for the Ant-Man movie, and that's who you've got there in the LEGO game. Okay, so she's from Ant-Man movie, which I haven't seen. Oh, there's two of them now. So I made this, and now what? I opened up that door.
Ride it?
I tried, but no. I don't think so. What if I want to destroy it? This has got to have something to do with it. Maybe I need to charge this with electricity or something. Although it doesn't look like an electricity.
And if it was, and it was ready to be charged, it would do the change character to the right character thing.
Parts of this look silver, but not to be blown up.
They fall as easily as King Arthur from his jousting horse. Though, don't tell him I said that. This place
Yeah,
is
Ant-Man and the
quite
Wasp, the
different to
second
England.
movie.
There's
Don't get me
nothing
wrong, she's a
merry
good
or
character,
old
says
about
Gibbon.
it.
Just not really an accurate
Those
representation of
villains
comic book
truly
Ghost.
be here.
Well, yeah. Still don't really know who she is, because the description is literally like, she's mysterious. Don't ask any questions. Maybe it's a spoiler for the movie. I don't want to give that away.
I didn't think I'd get to settle my score with you so soon,
Oh.
but so be it. I won't
Well,
go
here's
so
another
easy
door.
on you
Maybe
this
it's got
time.
something to do with this. Aha! Okay.
We shall quell your
You just need to look
villainy
around a
once
bit.
and for all. Do not
And not be
lose
dumb.
heart. We can win this.
With our powers combined, we will destroy you.
So yes, Captain Shield Bro, like, has very contextual powers in this game to force some kind of usefulness into him. Specifically, putting out fires and throwing a shield into a switch that is only built to push shields. And no ghost can do that. I'm annoyed that it always suggests Iron Man. I rarely want to be Iron Man. And the first extra brick you should always get is fast interact, because it makes the game up. The little button prompt things just go so much quicker. So yeah, the suggested abilities thing is a cool feature, but I wish it had more variety.
Yeah, it could
available.
like randomize, but
Yeah,
it doesn't.
because like a free play, when you play a level in free play, right? That randomizes which characters you get that have abilities suitable for the level.
Yeah, that's why you get underpants wrong.
Right, you've been replaying Lego Harry Potter collection. And it gave you wrong in his pants. But yeah, if it did that for that suggestion thing, that would be amazing. Anyway, finally solved all this little puzzle stupid thing. Oh, and it's unlocked a light race.
Stock Fujikawa isn't that unethical in its
Yes,
business
flight
practices.
or
The employees get 2 coffee breaks a
airplane
day
thing.
and paid overtime
Fight is
after the
hard.
120th hour.
Oh, shock! Oh, shock! Oh, shock!
Need a hand? Right, I'll do this race and then I'll come and see you. I... Oh, no, Iron Man doesn't have that power. Sometimes if someone's shielding, you can hold down circle and you do like a super attack.
Honestly, you'd think the public eye were conspiring to make some sort of profit from people parking.
I think I might have lost. Might have lost.
Cool.
Die, strange blue man, while I protect strange black man.
Oh, I unlocked Kang Minion. That's disappointing.
Apparently, there's some shady.
Not even a real character. Okay, so, Gibbon says, you often get villains that are an evil twin of a hero, and villains that are an evil opposite, and Ghost was like an anti-Iron Man, i.e. nobody knows who he is, cynically anti-corporation, still good with tech but more software to Tony's hardware, etc. He uses his phasing powers to break into companies and expose their secrets. But as for who this Ghost is, that would be a spoiler for the movie. Confirmed. So, you did the quest, good job. Didn't need my help. I'm going back to medieval England then.
Me too.
Oh, I'll go somewhere else.
Oh.
Oh, you want to do something together?
I'm gonna build this thing.
Okay. It is cool that the two players have so much autonomy in pubs here. But it is still good to do things together as well.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? You made a statue. Nice.
I'm just looking for something to do.
Like a mission?
Yeah.
I'll check the map. Okay. There's a mission. Who's that?
This is quite
Werewolf Captain America?
Sure.
Another gimmicky one-off transformation character? Oh, is this Merlin? I gotta go see Merlin. Okay, I'll put a beacon on Merlin.
I'm not saying I could win a tourney.
Kang surveillance drone now approaching.
I heard the cat again. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Do you see the beacon on your screen?
No.
Do you see my icon on your map? Okay. Just drop down there.
Is there a cat somewhere here?
Possibly.
I hear you're the
Yeah, it's Merlin. But you see how it's spelled with an I? The UK Merlin was spelled with a Y.
To make him Welsh?
Maybe. To make him more mysterious. But he does imply that the quote-unquote historical or mythological Merlin is just one of his, like, disguises. But I think by this point, with this incarnation of character, they've probably forgotten about that. Okay, so he's hidden some red gems, and it's giving us icons on the map, helpfully. The main map is. Actually, I think Enchantress was in WayForward's DS lore game.
Into dark, scary caves on their own.
Now that I think of it, well, it's been a while. Not much of that game stuck with me. I wasn't listening for why Merlin wanted these gems, but he does. On Wave York. That's the 2099 setting. I have some games on my to-play list, which are... Well, they're not 2099 games, but Miguel O'Hara, the 2099 Spider-Man, appears in them. So there's like Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions and Edge of Tomorrow, Edge of Reality or something. And these are like crossover Spider-Man games that have different versions of Spider-Man. It's the Spider-Verse concept, basically. Before the movie did it really well, basically. But yeah, Gibbon's really into Spider-Man 2099, and I'm interested in it partly because basically the main creator behind it is Peter David, and I really enjoyed some of his work in other franchises. I think the first thing I read by him was the Star Trek comics that are set in the movie era.
In which movie era?
Sorry, the original series movies. What is it? It's like post 4, but pre 6. Although the comic run kind of spans because it was written over a period of years. You know, when a new movie comes out and kind of goes against what stuff was happening in the comic, they do have to change some things. But
Wonderful gift to myself. I certainly
it's the red uniform.
Something tells me that
Everyone's got
story
those big
doesn't
jackets
end
on.
here. Let's wrap this saga up in a Gwenpool mission.
Oh, you want to do that?
Yeah, let's do that, and then that's probably...
Okay, so the capper to our stream today will be doing one of the bonus Gwenpool missions, like side levels, and this will be related to Merlin in some way, because it unlocked after doing the hub mission for Merlin. And this is where you get your red bricks, or pink bricks as they are in this game, that give you extra cheat modes. Oh, you found it? Good. Gibbon says, Edge of Time is the name of the game. It's absolutely a 2099 game, written by the same author and everything. So yeah, Peter David not just was behind the comics universe of 2099, but was involved in the story of the game as well. So gives it that legitimacy. Yeah.
Mentoring the squires of Lego through the perilous bonus quests, prithee? That's tough to keep up, so I'll talk all modern like and tell you the tale of King Arthur and the dragon. Are you sleeping comfortably? Then I'll begin.
Gibbon says, this stream has just made me realize how much useless comics info I've crammed in my head. Yeah, but like we were saying before, Gibbon has his favorites. He likes 2099 and Planet Hulk, and that's why he was really excited for this game, because they are in this game. But I think basically all of the different obscure representation that is in this game is necessarily quite limited and small. Yeah. I do like that there's a fair bit of Miss Marvel here. Both because I like the character, but also because she's got very useful abilities in this game. But as far as her portrayal in this game is, it's a little bit generic, I don't know.
Seems a little too easy to me. Could it be a trap?
Oh, this cutscene's still going.
Yeah, we can't skip it because it's the first time we're seeing it. There it is. I love when that happens.
I love multipliers.
Track studs is also one of the first bricks you should get.
Yeah. My dear friend Merlin, you forget that I wield the
Talk about generic.
of Excalibur. Magic is no match for
I'm gonna pick like Marvel characters related to the UK. You've got King Arthur and Merlin.
I shall defeat whomever
Thank goodness for the public domain,
to
eh?
prove that I am the worthy king of these strange lands.
Well,
yeah. King Arthur and Merlin are both very public domain.
Are there Marvel characters based on Gilgamesh? I'm sure there are.
Oh, yeah, probably.
What about like Samson?
Samson?
I'm just thinking of like mighty warriors from mythology.
Well, I say to thee, dragon,
Who else? King David.
pikes are a pitiful foe. Onwards, old friend.
I have an aimed weapon. I think I can just hit things with my sword this time. Oop! I died. So you mentioned this when we played the medieval England story level. Like, traps and castles. Very medieval England, right?
No.
Not at all.
No.
Oh, I can double jump. That's nice.
Wait, why do we have to do this?
Because I died?
Oh, because we both died?
I don't know. I fell in a hole, and then it put me back at the start, so I guess that was the wrong thing to do. Maybe it's because we went up. Yeah, there was like a sword going across the top of the screen.
Feel the wrath of Excalibur.
I'm not convinced by this dragon.
I don't know, what about that dragon?
I should have known
Oh, Morgana. Or Morgan Le Fay. Both names are given on screen.
What pathetic schemes have you cooked up in
So,
your cauldron
I'm
pot
not
to craft this
super up on my Arthurian lore. Is this Arthur's sister or something?
I'm afraid your time on this world
No.
I forget.
Just a lady.
Just a lady.
She's just an evil witch.
Finally, I can
And she
take
can
my
make
place
skeletons.
as the true
Apparently.
Yes, do get on with it. Merlin and I have
Oh,
been
I
to
can
the
do
pig
this
jousting
thing.
this afternoon.
Indeed we do, sire. I believe it is time that the great woman Le Fay met her match.
And you're continuing to do it wrong.
Oh, Merlin, your parlor tricks are no match for my power.
Yes, diagonal. What I meant to do. Why didn't you do it?
Analog sticks that have no gates. You need that 8-way gate on your analog stick.
Yeah.
Like the GameCube controller.
No one else has it.
Such a pity.
That's weird.
I really wanted to battle a
There
dragon.
must be some others that have it. I don't have that knowledge in my brain right now. I'm pretty sure the Wii Nunchuck does. Bounce on this throne. Oh, what? There's a handle at the top to grab, but I hit the spikes as well. Oh, you gotta wait for it to stop?
It's stuck behind it.
But I can double jump. Oh, I can't off the bounce. There we go. So we can cut the lines. Now you have to get up here to magic this skeleton. Gibbon says, Morgan Le Fay is Arthur's half-sibling and Mordred's mother, with Arthur being his father. Don't ask. That's a bit sus.
Hey, give me a hand, will ya?
Sorry, Stan, we can't help you right now. So I was half right.
Ouch! You shall both dearly regret that. You pathetic.
Of course, I'm sure there's things that are different about the comic novel.
Yes, yes.
Normal Merlin?
Well, there's so many different versions.
French Merlin?
I'm gonna skip this by standing on top of this before it goes up. Now I can only do that because you initiated a cutscene and I could move during your cutscene. Normally that's not the case. Yes, even with my heavy suit of armor I can swing on these pillars. At least I assume I'm wearing armor. It can be hard to tell with these models and textures. Thanks.
You've come this far, but now you shall both meet your
Paint on
doom.
Lego?
You wanted to face a dragon. Well, I can do
Try and have
better
a
than
look.
that.
Oops, I died.
Observe!
Ha! Better than a dragon. Enough of these childish playground
I
antics.
stand up here, the camera's closer.
Come down
Oh.
here and face me.
Very well. But first, I'd like to introduce you to my new pet.
Oh, okay. I was just about to say, like, what really does this have to do with Marvel Comics?
But now there's a giant robot thing.
That is totally not a Sentinel from X-Men.
Hey, come and stand on this
I
wall
think they
thing.
made, like, a Sentinel XB.
I wanted to laser eyes this.
Yep. I don't know what these things are exactly. They popped up a couple of times. But like literally, look at the colours, and it's a Sentinel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna put a jester's hat on.
Smart to use your shield before you did that.
I definitely did that deliberately.
How such an item could help us win this battle. Hast thou misplaced thy marbles?
Nay, sire. Thou must show patience to defeat such an intelligent creature.
Okay, we now have a loot.
What a pleasant tune you play, Merlin. Remarkable! Look! The creature
And
down
loot,
is like
and
a
now the
small
robot
jester.
dances.
Stop that!
Is it a robot?
What are you doing? I command you.
Looks like a robot. What's the
Oh, I can
definition
throw my sword.
of a robot?
Is
it a robot? Oh, no.
We'll have to ask John Syracuse.
Yeah.
But he has to be happy with blitzing that Kree
I think the definition of robot is worker, because it comes from the Czech play R.U.R. by Karel Kapek or something. I know this because when I was in high school, I was in a play, not R.U.R., not Rossum's Universal Robots, but what's it called? A Bug's Life? It was a play about insects. It was like all the different kinds of insects were satirical allegories. And the school library had this play in a book. The script. No, what do you call it?
Yeah.
No, what do you call it? the written form of a play.
The script?
It's not the script. It's something else. The screenplay. No? That's not right. Anyway, whatever. It was a double feature book with R.U.R. and Ants with a Z. No, what was it called? I can't remember the name of that. The play about the insects. Anyway, I was an ant, but I was one of like a number. It was like a chorus role, and not even voice. It was like a bunch of soldier ants doing combat poses. You know, it's probably about the futility of war or something. So, if you feel educated about English history.
What, from that level?
Yep.
No.
Fair enough.
There was no history in that level. Zero history.
We should make haste to Hala and settle this once and for
So,
all.
that's it then. We done for now?
I think so.
Did you have fun?
Yeah. Did you have fun?
Yes. I like playing this game with you.
Me too.
And I like being totally schooled on comics lore by Gibbon. Because I actually learned a lot. Actually, while I'm here... Where is Lockjaw? Just want to be Lockjaw for 2 minutes. I'm a dog! Giant dog. Teleporting dog. Can like roll around and teleport. It's really cool. And he has a fork in his head for some reason.
Looks like a wrench.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Anyway. I like the animal characters in these games, although they often don't have all the abilities that a human does. Danger Mouse says, thanks for the stream. Thanks for tuning in. Feel free to drop in person next time. Yeah. Okay. Bye. Thank you for watching. And the other thing I learned during the stream was I learned a little bit more about how game audio can be balanced when streaming from PS4 with microphone audio. So that will help in the future. So until next time, goodbye.
Bye.